watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good morning. We are in for another taste of summer today. A live look, watching at the Capitol this morning. Temperatures in the high 80s, even touching 90 in some parts of the region. It's going to be hot, so bring your sunglasses, your water, your sunscreen, anything you might need to give you some relief out there. But good morning at 6 o'clock on a Thursday. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tanaya Wright.
And I'm Corey James. Good morning to you. Shanika is going to have the latest on the roads in just a moment for you. Let's turn things over to meteorologist Jackie later with the latest on that forecast.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a hot one out there later on today. Feeling more like July. July, it's more typical time of year where we see those highs right around 90 degrees as opposed to early May. Temperatures right now, those are starting off in the 50s and 60s. Currently 64 in DC and Annapolis. Seeing those lower 50s, though, back over towards Manassas and Culpeper at this point. We do have a frontal boundary off towards our north and west. We'll continue to notice the dry conditions, though, today as well as most of tomorrow. It's later on Friday night when we could see the leading edge of some of those rain chances back out towards our west, and we'll see those rain chances sticking around this weekend. Highs today topping out right around 90 degrees. We're talking about near record heat later on today. Not quite as hot tomorrow. More details on that coming up. Shanika, what are you seeing out there on the roadways at this hour?
All right, this camera just froze right before I wanted to tell you about how bad it looks, but you can tell it is very bad right now. BW Parkway heading southbound just in this one area, though, right near 202. Let's flip over to the maps. 50 heading inbound right where BW Parkway and 50 intersects is where that crash is. So that's why you're seeing slow traffic here. Most of that traffic heading inbound along 50, it's going to slow you down for a couple of miles. So heading out in this direction out of the Kenilworth area, definitely keep that in mind. You're going to be stuck. The rest of your roadways are looking good.
Well, you can see right here, violent clashes breaking out on college campuses across the country. Here you can see a group of pro-Israel protesters ripping away at the barrier of an encampment of pro-Palestinian protesters on the campus of UCLA overnight. Now, people shooting pepper spray at each other during that clash. Police have moved in to break down pro-Palestinian encampments across the country.
But that is not happening at George Washington University, at least not now. That's in where we find DC News Now's Liberty Zabala, though. She is now at the campus where day 8 of demonstrations are going on, and Liberty congressional leaders, they are still pushing to get those protesters out.
That's absolutely right. Good morning, Corey and Tanaya. Well, it's a much calmer scene here now than earlier this morning when protesters were really riled up after DC police did enter the encampment earlier this morning to remove barricades that were here. Now, those barricades were what protesters initially took down and threw in the middle of University Yard here. They have been removed now, but protesters started chanting after police did that. Now, congressional leaders are calling on the mayor to remove this encampment or else Congress will step in. And here is a look at the scene earlier this morning. Protesters started chanting when DC police moved into the encampment to remove those barriers. They shouted, "Cops off this campus now," saying they are not afraid and they are not leaving. Now, this comes a day after Republican leaders were heckled and shouted down as they threatened to pull federal funding from George Washington University if the encampment is not cleared out. They declared the protesters are illegally trespassing. They criticized the mayor for not doing more to clear the encampment. They say Jewish students do not feel safe on campus, but pro-Palestine protesters here are calling for a free Palestine. They are demanding GWU divest from any businesses helping to fund the Israel-Hamas war. They say they are prepared to face arrest and suspension for their cause.
It's very disrespectful. We have Jewish students, many whom have approached me today, who fear for the safety of their lives by the comments that are being made.
Our job is to police our laws and to maintain safety in the District of Columbia.
Now, the mayor says that she supports peaceful protests. Meanwhile, so far, protesters say that 8 students have now been suspended in connection to these protests. For now, in Northwest D.C., Liberty Zabala, D.C. News Now.
Liberty, thank you. Time right now is 6:05. Virginia's Attorney General promising to take action against some of the protesters at Virginia Commonwealth University earlier this week.
for those cowards that assaulted our police officers, we will use every resource to track you down. We will find you, and we'll make sure there's consequences to your actions.
Officials say 13 people, including 6 students, were arrested at the demonstration. VCU says setting up structures on the lawn violates policy and repeated requests to comply were refused. Meantime, in an open letter about the university's response to deploying police, faculty, staff, and students said in part, quote, the outsized police response approved by the president and university leadership placed our students, their well-being, and their success at this university at risk, end quote. Now, Virginia State Police and Richmond Police both said they only assisted VCU Police, the leading agency with the protests. VSP said none of its officers use aerosol irritants.
And this is a live look at the Capitol this morning, where the House passed legislation to establish a broader definition of anti-Semitism. It would classify statements targeting the state of Israel as anti-Semitic. The bill passed with large bipartisan support. It would codify the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance's definition of anti-Semitism into Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. If signed into law, the bill would broaden the legal definition of anti-Semitism to include the targeting of the state of Israel conceived as a Jewish collectivity. Now, critics say the move would have a major effect on free speech throughout college campuses. Well, the 2024 presidential election season has started, and many people can vote early in Maryland today.
Yeah, DC News Now's Jean-Marie Sissay is live this morning at a voting center in Silver Spring. And Jean-Marie, this is a big day for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's correct. We're actually live here at the Civic Building at Veterans Plaza in Silver Spring. The lights are on. Poll workers have already arrived, and we're less than an hour away from doors opening for early voting across the state of Maryland. Now, more than 4 million registered voters in Maryland have the chance to cast their ballots early if they decide to do so. And poll workers and Board of Election officials say they're ready to go. The 2024 election season is here, and many are choosing to cast their ballots early. In Maryland, each county has an early voting site opening up today, May 2nd, to next Thursday, May 9th, from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Now, early voting is open to anyone interested, but once you vote early, you cannot do a mail-in ballot or vote on Election Day for the presidential primaries on May 14th. Now, if you're not registered and want to vote early, you can do so by arriving to an early voting site in your county to register and also to cast your ballot the same day. Voters will get the chance to vote for those running for president, U.S. Senate, Congress, and even county leaders. And the last day to cast your ballot for early voting is May 9th at 8 p.m. The IFB. Yeah, so later today, there'll actually be a rally taking place here at Veterans Plaza. It's hosted by Listen to Maryland campaign, and what they're actually doing is asking voters to cast their uncommitted vote in the Democratic primary due to Biden's support for Israel against the Palestinian people. Now, that rally is expected to start around 4 p.m. today, and several leaders will be speaking out. Now, when it comes to early voting, if anyone is interested, you can stop by your early voting center in your county and cast your ballot, and you can also register if you have not yet before. We're now reporting live in Silver Spring. I'm Jean-Marie Sissay, DC News Now.
Thank you, Jean-Marie. Well, West Virginia early voting also underway this morning. The polls opened to voters yesterday and are going to close on May 11th before the primary on May 14th. Positions up for grabs include the governor, senator, and attorney general offices. Now, in Virginia, early voting starts tomorrow. The last day to vote is June 15th. The primary on June 18th. One Senate seat is up for re-election.
Time right now coming up on 610. New this morning, Maryland State Police say they have recovered the body of the 5th victim missing after the Baltimore Key Bridge collapse. Officials are identifying him as 49-year-old Miguel Angel Luna Gonzalez. They say he is from Glen Burnie. Right now, only one of the 8 workers is still missing. This latest recovery comes as crews plan to remove the ship within the next 10 days to allow more traffic through Baltimore's port.
And Metro is teaming up with the Metropolitan Washington Council of Governments to create a new task force. It is staffed by local representatives and transit leaders. Now, the group is going to create a plan to unite public transit across the region called DMV Moves. It aims to set clear standards for and share resources between local transit systems and find dedicated sources of revenue. This comes after Metro recently faced a major budget shortfall. D.C. Council member and COG Board Chair Charles Allen commented on the initiative, saying, quote, "We are creating a historic and crucial opportunity for leaders across the D.C. region to develop a shared vision and path forward."
And take a look at this video. It shows Fairfax County Police and Virginia State Troopers breaking up a car meetup at a Wegmans parking lot last weekend in Chantilly. Officials say no one was arrested, though. But back in March, police say they tried to break up a larger car meetup. They say one officer was hurt after a driver sped away. We're told several people were arrested and are facing multiple charges.
They're choosing to take their passion for cars and they're adding elements of criminality to it, and they're endangering our community, they're endangering our law enforcement, they're endangering themselves.
Fairfax County Police say they are continuing to monitor car meetups.